Actually, it was like inviting your uncontrollable neighbor over, showing him your gun case while allowing him to bitch slap you and piss all over your toilet seat. Your guns didn't do a damn thing to him, and he still disrespected you while in your house.
Why not try to...
Imagine you're the leader of a country that is currently being invaded by another country. You have children who've been kidnapped. You have families who've been killed. You have soldiers who are right now currently defending your homeland. So you come to the United States of America to meet with our president and leaders from other countries. You're here to ask them for financial support, emotional support, military support to continue to fight this years-long war you're involved in because another country has invaded your country. While you're here, you got to be subjected to pretending that you give a fuck about this guy's grifting ass QAnon MAGA hats. He's sitting there like, oh, look at this. They got the 4 more years hat. I got the Trump is right about everything, Trump 2028 hat. And they got to stand there with smiles on their face like they give a damn. What you guys have to understand is these world leaders understand the power that the United States of America has. They understand it. And you see, they got to deal with whoever the hell we put in office. If you're ever wondering why they don't criticize the president more, it's because they understand the power that he has, and it's not their fault that we fucking elected this idiot. So that is why you have pictures of world leaders standing there pretending they care about his goddamn MAGA hats. It is the equivalent of someone 50 years old, right, having a dinner party at their house, pulling out a scrapbook to show people the one article they have of the one touchdown they ran in freaking high school. You got to pretend you like it because you're in their house. You got to patronize them. That is what you see there. And this entire summit was a joke. I sent in a video right after it happened. This is the summit with Russia. I said, we're going to have his surrogates coming out saying what he did was great. Saying, oh, it was so much respect that Putin gave to Donald Trump. It wasn't at all. You'll never see Putin pretending he gives a damn about Donald Trump's hats. I think he came here because he knew he was going to be dropping bombs during that time just to show everyone how much he didn't respect Donald Trump. Scott Bessent, who is a horrible financial guy, decided to dip his hat in the ring to be a surrogate and talk about foreign policy. He is out there saying that, Donald Trump showed a whole lot of strength by flying that B-2 bomber over Vladimir Putin when he came to Alaska. He was dropping bombs on Ukraine during the time Trump was doing that. Do you think he gave a damn about that B-2 bomber flying over his head?
That there will likely be a bilateral meeting and then perhaps one that includes President Trump. Is that where things stand right now?
Well, Joe, let's go all the way back to Friday because I want to set the record straight on what went on in Alaska. Alaska was a show of force by President Trump. He invited President Putin to land that the Russians used to own. He displayed a huge amount of military hardware and then did a flyover. It was kind of like inviting your uncontrollable neighbor to your house and showing him your gun case.
Actually, it was like inviting your uncontrollable neighbor over, showing him your gun case while allowing him to bitch slap you and piss all over your toilet seat. Your guns didn't do a damn thing to him, and he still disrespected you while in your house.
So then the President Zelensky, we had a very good meeting with him and his team in the Oval for about an hour and a half. And then we met with the European leaders. It was an incredible group to have in the White House, all led by President Trump. And yes, the culmination of that was a call with President Putin.
And before, during, and after that meeting, Russia was still invading Ukraine. Nothing was done by that. And then you have Tommy Tuberville, who also thought it was just so great. We saw just how much President Putin respects Donald Trump.
on making decisions right for their people in their country. So thank goodness we got President Trump that's speaking for us. He's a leader. He understands what we need to do to take everything back over from what we lost from President Biden. We're building our military back. Putin respects President Trump, and that's the key card to play in this game.
We're really living in the dumbest times. He respects Donald Trump so much, he hasn't done one damn thing that Donald Trump has asked of him. And you know, this gets even weirder because Donald Trump has this weird love affair with Vladimir Putin. He was caught on a hot mic saying, I think he wants to get a deal done for me. Yeah, I really think he wants to do it for me. He sounds like someone who is in an abusive relationship trying to convince their family members that their abuser is actually a good person.
I think he wants to make a deal for me. You understand that? As crazy as it sounds.
I know y'all don't really think he's a nice guy, but he treats me well. He wants to do this for me. And Carol Lioness Levitt was asked, what did Donald Trump mean by that? Like, Putin wants to do this for him. Like, why doesn't he want to just end this conflict? Why does he want to do things for Donald Trump? And you know when Caroline Levitt is backed into a corner, she does this thing where she's like hyperventilating while she's talking. Like she's breathing really hard because she's pissed off that she has to go out there and defend an idiot every day because, you know, as horrible of a person she is, she even knows he says the dumbest things. So she's up there trying to answer the question without answering the question at all.
Specifically for President Trump, though, what do you think Putin's motivation is to try to do something for President Trump, as opposed to just resolving the conflict?
I think, as I just spoke to in my opening remarks, Kelly, Russia and all countries around this world actually respect the United States again. And the president is using the might of American strength to demand that respect from our allies, our friends, our adversaries all around the world. And we've seen that not just lead to progress with Russia and Ukraine, but also we've seen it in the closing of 7 global conflicts around the world as well.
First of all, Trump closed 7 global conflicts like he brought back saying Merry Christmas. They need to stop with this damn lie because no one believes that he closed any of those conflicts. But let's just be clear here. They do not respect Donald Trump. No one does. Not one of those leaders who was standing in the Oval Office pretending to give a damn about his hat collection, and definitely not Vladimir Putin. Again, before Vladimir Putin came to Alaska. While he was standing in Alaska shaking hands with Donald Trump, who just got done cheering him on while he was getting off an aircraft, and after he left the meeting from Donald Trump licking his boots the whole time, he was still dropping bombs on Ukraine. They do not respect him, and neither should we. Period.
Don't want no enemies or ops. Envy in their heart, I tell them stop. Vacation on the yacht.